welcome to class. Today in this vinyasa practice, we are going to do all standing postures. So we're not going to have any weight on our wrists or our shoulders. It's a really nice break for these things that do a lot of work in the yoga practice. I have two of my friends here with me, Jenny over here and Crystal over here. They're going to be demonstrating postures, and as we move through our class, I'll offer different variations and modifications, and if you want a demo of those, I'll let you know who's going to be showing those different options. All right. We're going to start in a seat today, so start to make your way there if you're not already there. I find it helpful to sit on a block or have something underneath my sits bones to elevate my seat a bit. That way, it creates a curve in the low back and we're not as prone to rounding forward. So if you want to get situated in a seat, you can sit cross-legged, you can sit up on your knees, or anything that suits you. My friend Crystal over here loves the saying, shift the gift up and back. So I always say, grab your booty, shift it up and back, get it out of the way. So that you can have less pressure on the low back with your sits bones tilted up and back. All right, we're gonna start with some seated cat-cows today. Let your hands rest wherever they fall naturally, and then wherever you're at in your breath cycle, take an exhale, empty out completely. Inhale, seated cow. Roll your shoulders back and lift your chin a bit. Exhale, seated cat. Round your spine and pull your chin towards your chest. Inhale, seated cow, shoulders roll back, your hands can shift back a bit too. Exhale, seated cat, round and pull your belly button towards your spine. Twice more, inhale, cow, chin lifts, heart opens up. Exhale, cat, back of your heart space shifts to the wall behind you. Final time, inhale, cow, lift your shoulders up and back. Exhale, seated cat, chin towards your chest. Come to a nice tall seat. Sweep your arms up towards the ceiling for seated mountain pose. Rotate your pinky fingers in, pull your low belly in. The tendency here is for us to kind of flop back in this posture. See if instead you can engage through your core, find stability and length through your side bodies, and then rotate your pinky fingers in. When we say rotate your pinky fingers in, what I mean is rotating your pinky fingers in by way of your shoulders. So let's bring our palms forward here for a moment. There are a couple ways you can rotate your pinky fingers in. One is going to be by way of your wrists. Another is going to be by way of your shoulders. That's what we're looking for. So rotate pinky fingers in by way of your shoulders and guide your arms back in line with your ears. Take a full breath in, fill up all the way. And a steady breath out, press down into your sits bones. Another inhale here. Exhale, clasp your hands behind your head. You can stay here if there's sensation in the back, or you can gently let your head fall back and your sternum reach towards the ceiling for a easy seated back bend. When I say easy, I don't mean easy in terms of effort. This is a very efforted posture. Instead, I mean a gentle back bend. Take a full breath in here, fill up all the way, and a steady breath out. One more inhale. Take an exhale. Inhale, reach your arms back up to seated mountain, and then bring your hands to heart center. Take a moment here to set an intention for class. Typically in my practice, what I work towards is kindness. Kindness to my body, kindness in my mind. The notion of self-study in yoga, the Sanskrit word for it is svadhyaya, is becoming more aware of the patterns of our mind. So if at any point throughout class you notice that you're being really hard on yourself, I typically say, am I being an asshole to myself right now? And if I am, I need to shift my perspective. So I encourage you today to notice where you feel strength and stability, rather than where there's a little bit of tiredness and fatigue. And allow this to be a practice where you engage in kindness to self. Take a full breath in, fill up all the way, and a steady breath out. Next place we meet is going to be standing at the top of your mat. Take your time getting there. I'm going to face towards you, and then Crystal and Jenny are going to face the front of their mat. All right. Bring your hands down by your side to start out. Let's start with our foundation. So feet inner hips width distance apart. You can tell if your feet are inner hips width distance if you take both of your fists and put them together and then bring them to the inner arches of your feet. That'll let you know a good place to arrange your feet. So start with foundation. Press into your big toe mound so much that the inner arches of your feet lift, and then press into the inside edge of your foot, the outside of your heels, and the outside by your pinky toes. Reestablish stability by pressing into your big toe mounds. Take a full breath in. And then after you've established stability in your feet, bring your attention to your pelvis. So notice if your tailbone's tilted up a bit and see if you can pull your low belly in and engage through your core. Neutral pelvis here. And with your hands down by your side, take a full breath in and fill up. And a big breath out, soften your shoulders, reach the crown of your head higher. Inhale, mountain pose, arms sweep up. Rotate your pinky fingers in by way of your shoulders. Press back down into your big toe mounds. Take a full breath in. Exhale, clasp your hands behind your head. And then from here, you can stay upright or gently tilt back and lift your heart towards the ceiling. Sternum reaches high, gaze steady on one non-moving focal point. And don't forget to breathe. Take an inhale here and a full breath out. Inhale, reach your arms back up, mountain pose, crown of your head reaches high. Exhale, hands back to your hearts. And allow hands at heart center throughout class to be a reminder of kindness to self, to focus back in on your intention of self-study, svayaya. And know that retraining the brain to come from a place of love and kindness starts with redirecting one thought at a time. One more inhale together, fill up all the way. And a big breath out. Inhale, sweep your arms back up, mountain pose, take a big breath in. Exhale, forward fold, dive all the way over your legs, little bend in your knees. We're headed to ragdoll pose. Heel toe your feet, outer hips width distance apart. Grab opposite hand to opposite elbow crease and hang heavy over your legs. You can see here that Crystal has a generous bend in her knees. That's what we're looking for. We want more of a decompression of your spine than a hamstring stretch. So if your hamstrings are screaming at you, put a bigger bend in your knees. Then you can gently shake your head yes and no, or rock from side to side. Either way, let yourself hang heavy over your legs. And if there's any discomfort or if you feel at all restricted in your breath, it's helpful to widen the stance of your feet even more so your chest and stomach can fall in between your legs. 2 more breaths here. Maybe you rock a little bit. If you notice that you're clenching your teeth, it's helpful to take an exhale and stick out your tongue as you do. Drop your head a little bit heavier. 1 more breath in. Exhale, lower your hands down to the earth. Heel toe your feet towards one another. And then inhale to a halfway lift. Feet are back to inner hips width distance apart. Hands can come to your shins, to your knees. We're looking for a long, flat back. So tailbone tilts up a bit, low belly pulls in. And when we cue crown of the head, this is the crown of the head right here. Often we think like where a unicorn horn would be. We're looking for where you would wear a crown if you were, I don't know, queen, king of the world. Crown of your head reaches forward. Take a full breath in. 1 more inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Dive over your legs. We're gonna move through that as a flow. Inhale, mountain pose. Sweep your arms all the way up, reach up. Exhale, cactus your arms, reach your heart towards the ceiling, baby back bend. Inhale, mountain, reach up, gaze forward. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center and pause. Take a breath in together, fill up all the way, coming back to kindness. Exhale, empty out. Inhale, mountain pose, sweep your arms high, pull your low belly in. Exhale, forward fold, little bend in your knees, dive to the earth. Inhale, lift halfway and lengthen. Exhale, fold and soften. 1 more time. Inhale, mountain pose, reach up, look up a bit. Exhale, cactus your arms, heart lifts high. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, bring your hands to heart, revisit, intention, take a breath in. Exhale out negativity to self. Inhale, mountain pose, reach up, look up. Exhale, forward fold, hands through heart center, dive over your legs. And then heel toe your feet together so that they're inner hips width distance apart if they're not already there. And find Utkatasana, chair pose, hips come down and back. Let's bring our hands to heart center. Pause here. See if you can get your weight into your heels. In postures where there's a lot of sensation, I find it a lot easier to be really hard on myself. I find it much easier to notice where I feel like I'm being a little bit shaky or where I'm feeling weak, if you will. Instead, noticing and believing that we are strong enough starts with shifting our perspective. So recognize that there's sensation in the posture, but that sensation doesn't have to be your entire experience. So pull your low belly in, feel the strength of your quads and your core. See if you can get your weight into your heels. Unclench your teeth. I always clench my teeth in yoga. My jaw thinks it does all the work in all the postures. Strengthen through your back body. Take one more breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Nice work, my friends. Bring your hands to the earth and step your left foot back, right foot forward to a lunge. You've got the option to keep the left knee lifted, like Crystal and Jenny are gonna take, or I'm gonna show you another option, which is lowering your left knee down. Come up to crescent lunge, reach your arms high. Crescent lunge or crescent moon. Feet hips width distance apart. It's always gonna be a little bit wobbly. Don't make yourself wrong about that. See if you can gently dial your right hip back and left hip forward. Pull your low belly in, take an inhale here. Exhale, hands to heart, revisit your intention. 2 steady breaths. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, empty out. One more, inhale. Steady, exhale. Inhale, reach your arms back up, crescent lunge or crescent moon. Exhale, warrior 2 to the side wall. I'm gonna keep my left knee down. You have the option of left knee lifted, like Crystal and Jenny are taking here, or you can lower your left knee and swing your left foot around behind you. Bring your hands back to heart center in warrior 2. Press down into your foundation. So if you have a lifted left knee, press into the pinky toe side of your left foot. Right toes face forward, take a full breath in, and a breath out. Inhale here. Exhale, press your arms back out, warrior 2. Take a full breath in together. Exhale, extended side angle. Right arm reaches forward, out, and down. Left arm up towards the ceiling. I'm keeping my left knee down on the ground here. Know that that's always an option. Gently guide your left shoulder back and right rib cage forward. Pull your low belly in. Soften your jaw, 2 breaths. Next place we're headed is star pose. Bring your feet parallel to one another. I'm gonna remain down on the earth, knees on the ground. Inhale, sweep your arms high and take up space. Reach through the crown of your head, reach your sternum up towards the ceiling. This is one of my favorite postures because it's a reminder that we're so often told to stay out of people's way, to not be too big, to not be an inconvenience to anybody. And this is a reminder that we have the right and the ability to take up as much space as we want. Take a full breath in here. Exhale, goddess pose, hands to heart center, toes turn out. I'm gonna sit back on my heels here. We're looking for a stretch on the inner thighs. Toes turn out, take a full breath in, and a steady breath out. One more inhale, and a breath out. Inhale, back to star pose, arms sweep high, reach up. Exhale, warrior 2, back to the front of your space. Step my right foot forward, left knee stays lowered. Take a full breath in, and a breath out. Inhale, reverse warrior. Right palm up a lot and back a little. Think lifting up and out of the low rib cage rather than straight back. We want length through both side bodies. Your left hand can fall down your left leg or rest on your left hip. Take one more breath in. Steady exhale. And then come back to low lunge. Hands frame your right foot. If your left knee's lowered, tuck your left toes under and lift your left knee. Then step to a forward fold at the top of your space. Feet meet ragdoll pose for a couple breaths. Feet outer hips width distance apart. Let your head hang heavy. And rock a little bit from side to side. Nice work so far. Gently lower your hands to the earth. Heel toe your feet towards one another. This time, right foot steps back and left foot is forward to a lunge. Right knee can be lifted or lowered. I'm gonna give you the example of a lowered knee again. And then bring your arms up to crescent lunge. Strong core as you reach up. Establish your stability. Bring your hands to heart center. Dial your left hip back and right hip forward. Reach through the crown of your head. Engage your core. Can you straighten and strengthen your right leg a little bit more if your knee is lifted? Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Inhale, back up to crescent lunge. Reach your arms high. Warrior two, open up to the sidewalk. Take a moment to find your stability. Right foot parallel with the back edge of your mat or right knee lower. Bring your hands to heart center and pause here. Press down into your foundation, squeeze your glutes together. Reach the crown of your head a little bit higher. Press into the pinky toe side of your right foot. Oh yeah, and don't forget to breathe. Take an inhale here together and a breath out. Final breath in. Exhale, arms come wide, warrior two. Take an inhale and fill up. Exhale, extended side angle. Left arm reaches forward, out and down. Right arm up towards the ceiling, then maybe towards the wall in front of you for more of a side body stretch. Even though your weight shifted to your left foot, see if you can keep pressing into your back leg, whether your right knee is lifted or lower. Pinky toe side of your right foot, or if your knee's down, press into your right knee and squeeze your glutes together. 2 breaths. One more inhale, and then exhale. Inhale, star pose. Feet come parallel and arms reach up. I'm gonna face you again. Bring your arms high, take up space. Reach through your fingertips. Crown of your head reaches high, heart lifts up for one more inhale. Exhale, goddess pose or horse pose. Hips come down and back. I sit back onto my heels here. They're sitting back into their heels. If your knees are lifted, then sit your booty back and down. Take a full breath in and a steady breath out. One more inhale, believe in your strength. And on your exhale, say something kind to yourself. I know it can be hard some days. Inhale, star pose. Arms reach high, take up space. Exhale, warrior two, back to the front of your mat. I'm gonna face you here. Take a full breath in and a breath out. Inhale, reverse warrior, left palm up and back. Reach up, up, up. Maybe your right hand comes to your right hip or falls down your leg. Squeeze your glutes back together and commit to the lunge in your left knee. You've got it. Take a breath in here. Exhale, low lunge, hands frame your left foot. If your right knee's lowered, go ahead and lift your right knee and then step to the top of your mat, forward fold. Hang heavy. You've got a few breaths in ragdoll pose. Rock back and forth. Shake your head, yes and no. 2 more breaths. And lower your hands to the ground. Heel toe your feet to inner hips width distance apart. Inhale, lift halfway, reach the crown of your head forward. Exhale, forward fold, drop your head. Inhale, back up to mountain pose. Sweep your arms high and reach up. Then bring your hands to heart center. As we move into a little bit of balancing, please know that this is a great place to practice kindness. We're standing on one foot. It's really difficult. It gets wobbly. It gets messy. So don't make yourself wrong about any of it, and allow yourself the chance to continue to try again. We're going to start with the right foot down. So spread your toes wide on your right foot, and then lift your left knee in towards your chest, one-legged Tadasana. I like to bring my hands down by my side here. Whatever arm variation suits you. Arms can be high or at heart center, maybe down by the sides. Either way, see if you can press into the big toe mound of your right foot and then pull your core in and reach the crown of your head a little bit higher. Soften your jaw and take 2 breaths. It's helpful to find one non-moving focal point. Bring your hands to heart center and find figure 4. Left ankle across your right knee, or the option to kickstand left toes down on the ground. Crystal's gonna show us the variation of kickstanded toes, left toes down on the earth, or sit back and down. Left ankle hooked across your right knee. No less yoga on one thing than the other. All of our bodies are built differently, and some things work better one way, and some things work better another. 2 more breaths. And slowly come back to one-legged Tadasana. Lift your left knee up. And then from here, we're headed to dancer's pose. Pull your left heel towards your left glute and reach for the big toe side of your left foot. Couple options here. Crystal's gonna give us the variation of lifted left heel. This is a great way to take the posture. Know that we're gonna fall out of it too. Probably all 3 of us will fall at some point. A great way to start out is I have to kind of get a whip my leg up there, get a hold of the inside edge, then establish stability through pulling your knees together and your inner thighs. Right hand in front of your heart. You can stay here, or you can see what Jenny's doing back there, which is gently kicking back and a little bit up and reaching forward. Allow yourself to wobble and fall. Try not to make yourself wrong about it. The yoga happens when we fall out of a posture, not when we nail a posture. We get curious about our reaction. 2 more breaths. And retrain our brain to come from kindness. All right, gently release. Shake it out, sassy right butt cheek. Bring your arms high, take a big breath in, mountain pose. Exhale, cactus your arms, reach your heart towards the ceiling. Inhale, mountain, reach up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Take a breath in, fill up completely, and a steady breath out. Spread your toes wide on your left foot this time. And then from here, lift your right knee in towards your chest, one-legged Tadasana. Engage your core. Know that you can always kickstand your right toes down on the ground. No less yoga in one thing than the other. Whatever arm variation you'd like, feel free to take it. Hands can be on hips, down by your sides, up towards the ceiling. Maybe cactus arms. Toes spread wide on your left foot for 2 more breaths. 1 more inhale. And bring your hands to heart center and find figure 4. Right ankle across your left knee, or kickstanded down on the ground. Great options. And the kickstanded toe can either be on the inside of your left foot or come across to the outside of your left foot. Or, hands can come to heart center. You can sit down and back. Maybe you fold forward, maybe you don't. Soften your jaw, 2 breaths. And slowly come back up to one-legged Tadasana. Lift your right knee. Maybe you lower your right foot as you make your way to dancer's pose. Bring your hands to heart center and then reach for the inside edge of your right foot, big toe side. Squeeze your inner thighs back together. You can lift your right heel like Crystal's doing right now, or you can join the shape that I'm making right here, which is hands at heart, staying upright. Or you can take a look at Jenny and gently start to kick back, a little bit up, and reach forward. Inner thighs squeeze together. Let it be wobbly and messy if it's wobbly and messy. 2 more breaths. And without slingshotting your foot, gently release. Nice work, my friends. Inhale, mountain pose, reach up. Exhale, cactus your arms, reach your heart high. Inhale, Tadasana, reach up, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, dive over your legs. Inhale, lift halfway, crown of your head forward. Exhale, forward fold. From here, come up onto your toes and then sit back on your heels. And we're headed to a seat. It can be as graceful or as not graceful as you'd like. Oftentimes in yoga classes, I hear people say, float through to a seat. I am very aware that this body has never floated anywhere, and that is okay. I call it the flop to a seat. Start to put a little bend in your knees and flex your feet so your toes are pointed up towards the ceiling. Same thing, shift the gift, get your sits bones down on the ground, get the booty out of the way. And then bring your hands forward, palms towards one another. Then gently tilt back 1/3 of the way. Pull your low belly in. It might start to get shaky, that's okay. Then bring your hands to heart center. Take a breath in here. Exhale, twist to your right. Left elbow shifts to the right. Inhale, back to center, slow controlled movement. Exhale to your left, low belly pulls in. Inhale, back to center. You can be more upright if that works better too. Exhale to your right. Inhale, back to center, flex your feet, pull your low belly in. Exhale to your left. Inhale to center, one more time each side. You got it. Let it be shaky to your right, twist. Inhale to center. Then to your left. Inhale, come back to center, reach your arms forward, and then slowly lower all the way down onto your back. Plant your feet down on the earth, knees up towards the ceiling. Let your hands fall down by your sides, and see if you can just about touch your heels with your hands. Then once you can touch your heels, bring your feet back to parallel to one another. We tend to kind of want to splay them out or turn them in. Take an exhale, empty out all the way. Inhale to bridge pose. Press into your feet and lift your hips. Always an option to slide a block underneath your low back for supported bridge. Curl your shoulder blades underneath you to support your spine, and then press back into your big toe mounts so your inner thighs are a part of the equation. Lift your chest a little bit closer to your chin, and take 4 open mouth exhales. And then come up onto your toes and slowly roll from the top of your spine all the way until your hips find the earth. Bring the soles of your feet to touch and let your knees fall wide for Supta Baddha Konasana. Your hands can rest wherever they fall naturally. I love to take my right hand to my heart and my left hand to my belly. So often we spend most of our days being really hard on ourselves. We are taught to think in a critical manner and notice what's wrong rather than what we love, like, or at least can accept about ourselves. And this gesture of right hand on the heart and left hand on the belly is a reminder of the things that I often take for granted. So see if you can feel the rise and fall of your left hand as you inhale and exhale. And acknowledge the space you hold in your right hand, your heart space, where your heart beats all day just for you. I know that I can spend a lot of my days thinking about the things I want to change about my body, the things I wish were different. But this is a hands-on reminder that this body does so much for us. So say a quick thank you to how far your body's taken you and how much further it will go. And maybe even say a little, I'm sorry, for the way I speak to you, and I promise to be kinder. Take One more inhale together and fill up. And a breath out. And bring your hands to the outside of your knees. Guide your knees in towards one another. And then bring your feet as if you were going back into bridge pose, but instead cross your right ankle across your left knee for reclined figure 4. You have the option to stay here, or I'm gonna give you a couple other options as well. You can reach through to the back side of your left hamstrings like Jenny's doing right over here, or you can hold on to the right knee and right ankle and pull in towards your chest. For me, if I reach all the way through here, my boobs and my belly start to suffocate me. So if you have that experience, know that you can hold onto the back of your right knee and right ankle. Soften your jaw. Take 3 breaths. And slowly lower your feet back down to the earth, unravel your legs, swap it out for the other side. Right foot on the earth, left ankle across your right knee. You can stay here. Some days this is perfectly sensational for my body, so always the option to stay right where you are, or reach for the backside of your right hamstrings. If that feels at all restricting, you can hold on the back of your left knee and left foot. Be sure that your left foot stays flexed. Three more breaths. Slow and steady, full and intentional inhales and exhales. And lower both feet down to the ground, unravel your legs. Heel toe your feet to the outside edges of your mat and let your knees knock in towards one another. Bring your arms to cactus or goalpost on the earth and pause here. Feel where the ground comes up to support you, recognizing that it holds each person no more or no less. Soften your jaw and unclench your teeth and take a couple more breaths. And shift over onto your left hip a little bit and let your knees fall over to the left. Right shoulder stays down on your mat. Take a look over your right shoulder. Gentle twist, only as far as your low back is okay with. This is where we take some of the effort out and start to invite a little bit more ease and sweetness in. Take a breath in together, fill up all the way. And a steady breath out. Another full inhale. And a steady exhale. Bring your knees back through center, take a big breath in. Exhale, shift to your right hip and let your knees fall over to your right. Left shoulder stays down on the ground. Take a look over your left shoulder. No need to crank your body into the twist. Let it fall to the degree that it is comfortable with and stay there for 2 more breaths. And guide your knees back through center and find happy baby. Bring your knees to the outside of your rib cage. Options to hold onto the outside edges of your feet, your ankles. I like to hold onto the back of my knees a lot of time. That helps my low back stay grounded. And then you can even rock a little bit from side to side if that feels all right for you. Focusing on pulling down with the hands, but also pressing up with the feet to ground the low back. Couple more breaths here. And then gently let go of your legs. Pull both knees in towards your chest and roll into a small ball. I like to hold onto the back of my legs here. Forehead towards your knees, flex your feet, clench your jaw, full breath in. Exhale, final Shavasana. Take your time laying out on your mat. Get comfortable, lay all the way down. Let your feet fall as wide as they need to so that your quads, your glutes, and your hips relax. Your arms can come down by your side, palms open towards the ceiling, or you can cactus your arms if that feels more comfortable for your shoulders and low back. Soften where you can. Unclench your teeth. Let your tongue drop from the roof of your mouth. And take the time in this Shavasana to get curious about where your mind wanders to. Our thoughts and patterns are formed by neuroengrams. And the analogy that I always think of when thinking about retraining my brain to be kind to myself or to shift to a place of love, I imagine a big dirt hill, and every single time I have a thought, it's like a drop of water falls down on that hill, and the water goes all the way down the hill, and each time a drop goes in that same path, the divot or the indent gets a little bit deeper. So when we have thoughts like, I'm not strong enough, or other thoughts about how we're not worthy of love, or mean thoughts about our body, whatever it is, every single time we've had that thought, it's created a pattern, a neural pathway, that every time we have that thought, it becomes a deeper and deeper divot. We're more and more prone to think that way. And Lord knows it's so easy when we've had a thought so many times to start believing it. But what's fascinating about the human brain is that we have the ability to retrain our brain. We have the ability to make conscious new thoughts and notice the old patterns. So please recognize that every time that you shift a thought from a place of hatred to love, of not being kind, to practicing kindness to self, a new pathway is formed. It's like a new drop of water goes down that dirt hill. So it takes time to develop that divot, to develop that neuroengram to be programmed in a way that we're more prone to take that path. And this is all just to say that when you practice yoga, and especially in these moments of stillness and ease, be curious about where your brain wanders off to. Be curious about the thoughts that you have, the stressors that you tend to move towards. And know that changing the way that you think about yourself, you think about your worthiness or your body or whatever it is, the stories that you've told yourself for years, can be reframed one redirected thought at a time. One new drop of water down the dirt hill. And know that you have the ability to shift and change, and that the body and the mind is inclined towards healing. So rest heavy on the earth for a few more full breaths. And allow your breath to be an anchor for your thought. Bring a little bit of movement to your fingers and your toes. Gently open and close your hands and flex and point your feet. Let your head rock from side to side, slow and steady. And reach your arms back behind you. Take a big breath in, stretch nice and long. And an open mouth exhale. And then roll over to your right side for supported fetal position. Pull your knees in towards your chest and use your arm as a place to rest your head. This is a place where the practice reminds us that we always have the ability to begin again. It's a reset button, a rebirth of sorts. I call our yoga mat our rectangle space of ritual, and this is a place where we form new rituals, new ways of being, and allow ourselves to start over. Maybe that's practicing kindness to self for the rest of the day, or just remembering the power of your breath and that you are strong and capable. Whatever it is, this is where you seal it in. Make a commitment to yourself. Slowly start to make your way into a seat towards me. Your hands can come to heart center and eyes can fall heavy or closed. Sit up nice and tall so crown of your head reaches high. Final breath in together here. Inhale, fill up all the way. And an open mouth exhale. May you be happy, healthy, and free. Free from harm and free from suffering. May the benefits of this practice impact your life in every way that you need it. Please, please know that you matter and you deserve the kindness to yourself. Drag your thumbs to third eye center in acknowledgement that we are in fact in it together. We are not alone, and we are all one. We bow and say namaste. Thank you so much for joining Jenny, Crystal, and I for class today. I hope that you can continue to practice kindness to self throughout the rest of your day and maybe even further from there. I appreciate you so much and I hope to see you soon. Thank you.